Good evening, Raider Nation. It is Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. And to say it's been a struggle is an understatement, a big understatement. I think everyone can understand. Before I move forward, you know how it is over here at Turf Studios. We got to check mic 1 2 1 2. I got to make sure that everything sounds correct because Turf is always struggle streaming, as I will put it. So let me just double check on this, man. Looks like everything is good. It looks like Instagram is popping. We got my dog up in here, man. 75. Raider Javi, what's cracking with you? Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Let me know if you can hear this just fine. Like I say, I'm making sure we got everything tight. I want to make sure the sound is good. I want to make sure everything is just right before we dive in. It looks like we got that. Viewer. Yep, let me double check here. Yeah, I think we are good to go. And it looks like TikTok is officially live. So we're right. We are all right. So let's dive on into it. Raider Nation. Take a deep breath because tonight we are unpacking everything that went down over the weekend. The game versus the Browns was not a roller coaster. Moments of promise, absolutely not. Moments of confusion, pretty much every down. And moments where you just want to throw the remote. We already know we are way past throwing the remote at this point in time. But tonight we're breaking down the story from every angle. Team morale, which is just in the tank. Strategy, there is none. You know what I'm saying? It's, leadership, attitude, down the toilet, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, y'all know how I always do and say, grab your popcorn, your drinks, your frustrations, and your hope. Because we're going in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going in today. I'm not being nice, so. What really happened this weekend? The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, as I started this channel before, you guys know, I'd always give you the rundown on travel, right, et cetera, in terms of going to the game. We are 4.5, 5 years in, ladies and gentlemen. Those days are over. And Yeah, I went to the game, believe it or not. And that's what I'm saying. You guys usually would know when Turf goes to a Raider game, right? I think this is actually the first time ever in my life that I actually went to a Raider game. I didn't take any pictures, no video. Tickets were dirt cheap. Turf was in VIP as always, particularly when it's cheap. So shout out to the people for not going to the game. I appreciate y'all for doing that because it made my life easier. Yeah, unfortunately, I had an issue in Vegas that I had no choice but to go back to, and it was the perfect time. And it just so happens that I'm a Shador Sanders fan. Shout out to Shador. Salute. I am definitely going to, if you will, discuss that. Hey, Bench, I see you, man. Here we go. Shout out to Bench. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. You do fantasy questions? Absolutely. I do any questions, man. Any questions that you choose. So getting close where I like to, recognize the chat and so forth. So hang in there with me, Bench. I promise you we're going to get to that part, which is going to be here shortly. Not too far along into this little monologue, if you will. But again, like I said, I was at the game and it was ugly, man. There was no good. It was just bad and ugly. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. I mean, there was nothing. I watched very little. I really pretty much kind of paid attention to Shador, if you will, within VIP. I really didn't sit in my seat. I might have sat in my seat for maybe 10 minutes. And I actually probably had the best seat of my life. I am not lying to y'all. I had C134, row 24, seat 9. I really don't think there's another seat. I think seat 9, as far as section 134, I don't think there's a closer seat. I don't think 10 or 8 is closer to the 50-yard line. I think you're literally right in the middle. So it would have been amazing to watch the game if it was worth watching, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know what we saw. I mean, we're going to go over it. We're going to go over what's necessary, what matters. I mean, the reality is the defense played better than the offense, as has been the case all season. And we all know that means absolutely nothing. That means absolutely nothing. There's a lot to discuss and talk about. I let out a video today. Some people might not be happy about it. I know one person that's probably definitely not going to be happy about it. But if he actually takes the time to sit, take a step back and listen, you know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting for him because I think he'll see where my take is coming from, albeit a little harsh. Some may think, some not harsh enough, right? In terms of reality of what's going on here. As a hint, buddy, you are a rookie. You're a rookie, man. You are a rookie. And I believe I just had another short go out. So if you check the second to last short, you can go look at it right now. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's titled, I'm in my Michael Myers stance. Yeah. And we're going to discuss that. But before that, as you know, it is Chat Lives Matter time. You know how we do this, man. We got Sacktown in the building. Sacktown Raider Mike, Turf, Bam. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Usually ask, so just letting you know, sound and video is top notch. That's what I'm talking about, dog. I appreciate that because you're right. I want to make sure I get this correct for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do this thing here, man. We got ALS Ghost 3732 in the building. Salute. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We already hit bench up, right? You know what we got with bench. Let's go straight to it, bench. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Bench says start to Ibuka, QJ, Butte, Parker Washington, Taz Johnson. That's a tough one. I mean, you obviously starting Ibuka. I don't think you can not start him. I mean, I kind of lean towards Butte. I mean, that's what I immediately lean towards. Those are the two that jump out on the page for me personally. As far as I'm thinking in terms of who they have to play, I know they're meaningful games. I know there's going to be a lot of scores, points necessary in terms along those lines. So that's where I'm going with it. I'm sure there could be an argument, right, for quite a few of them, to be honest. So, but we'll circle the wagons with that, man. I'll take a look at that one a little deeper, man. We got John Leon in the building, my dog, my ace, man. Appreciate you for coming through. As always, hope you enjoy the show. All right, last but not least, we're going to run through a couple of our TikTok people, right? Because that's the last but not least, man. We got Elite X Champ in the building. We got user 15, blah, 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 right? We got T.O. Rocha in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Fabian Olivio, 717 in the building, man. We got CV and Jax. We got Wild Corp in the building. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Got a few more that slipped up in here. We got Edward Paul, 747. We got Now I'm Good. And last but not least, one of the show's all-time favorites is in the building, man. Pigs is in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. I hope you enjoy the show. Remember when Turf interviewing New England fans live after our first win? I am first in my fantasy league with Henderson and May going off. That's what's up, Pigs. You're right, because I actually did do that. I had a good time. And it really honestly wasn't because of, I mean, it helped that we won. You know what I mean? It definitely helped that we won that Patriots game. But, it was me being back home, ladies and gentlemen. Turf is from Connecticut, New England, Hartford to be exact. Little town called Windsor where some ballers definitely came through. Shout out to Terrence Knight, right? Baker. We got players, man. We got players from my high school. Anywho, let's get back to business, man. Let's get back to business. All right, so I don't even understand. I don't even understand what this team is doing. The coaching decisions. I mean, people are starting to comprehend this whole nepotism thing. I think it's always been understood, but I mean, we are really getting it live up close and personal. It's not very subtle at all. I've heard that it's as many as two people, particularly obviously his son, who is the offensive line coach, who should be fired immediately, effectively. It makes absolute zero sense that he's still in the squad after you fire your offensive coordinator, your quarterback's coach. It's wild, man. It is wild. And I mean, this front office, everything is an absolute disaster. Everything. I don't think anybody would disagree with this, including each and every person in the building. That game was embarrassing in a lot of ways. We just have a multitude of issues going on right now as a Raider fan base and team, just the whole entire organization. I don't I don't recall ever seeing this type of infighting amongst literally everybody. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My dog, just another DJ in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show. What up, sir? Yes, I was in my stomping grounds, man. Definitely in my stomping grounds. And you are right, man. Peter said that's all he knew was winning. What do you have to say now, Peter? Huh? What do you have to say now, Peter? I'd like to really know your feelings now at 2-9. You really still think that's all you know how to do? I think it's time, but maybe we'll talk about that a little later. I'm just being straight up here. This game was embarrassing for so many reasons. First and foremost, the stadium was empty. Don't let nobody fool you. That stadium was empty. I felt bad for Shador, meaning that, you know, your debut, you're playing against arguably the worst team in the NFL. I mean, I've been hearing that from all the commentators, all the podcasters, everyone is pretty much single-handedly saying that we are by far the worst team in the NFL right now. So kudos to the Raiders for finding a way to be at the bottom of the barrel and beat out the Jets, the Giants, right? I mean, the list just goes on with terrible teams and us being at the bottom. It's no surprise, particularly with what the coaches have done this season. This season has been atrocious from day one. And I mean, it'll never, ever make sense as to why we drafted Ashton Jeanty at number 6. It will never make sense to anyone. I'm going to keep beating this dead horse, beating the drum, whatever you want to call it. But I vividly remember ourselves and the Patriots being looked at as the exact same team. 100%. The exact same team. Like, they needed a offensive line, right? Drake May was running for his life his rookie season. Like, there was really no production. We were so close. And then week one, we win. We go out balling. What's up, cuz? Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And you are right, family. Giants going to be fired next year. I thought the Giants were fired this year. I made sure to watch the Giants play. We'll talk about that a little later. But, yeah, I mean, you got the CTE twins, baby. I mean, they both clearly in CTE protocol /out. Like, yeah, that's going to happen with those two. You got about 2 or 3 good years, though. And before that, they'll both be in a padded room and in wheelchairs, probably by 30. By the way they play. But I mean, hey, it's going to be must-see TV. Great entertainment, kind of like Victor Wembanyama. I'm getting all over the place, but I digress. So, like I was saying, man, it was just very embarrassing across the board. This is embarrassment, ladies and gentlemen, at a level I don't think has ever been. I don't even think the Jets have stooped this low. I know the Bills have never stooped this low. Their fan base would never. Just gonna keep it a bean. I don't even know where to begin. This show could go a little longer than expected because there's a lot to unpack here. The onions, it's a big onion. Pause. This thing goes deep. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, are we going to begin with the fans being idiots? You know, now the stadium's giving out tickets for conduct. You got players flipping off the fans. You got fans flipping off the players. You got fans pissed off at the players. You got players pissed off at the fans. You got fans pissed off at the fans. Shout out to my homegirl, Nina. I mean, and Mike, your husband. I mean, I get it because I'm the same way. It's frustrated as I am with this team, and as much trash as I may talk on these airwaves, on this YouTube space, I'm not booing anybody in public. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Will I boo the opposing team? Absolutely. I mean, that's the banter that's to be expected. But my own team, it's getting out of order, man. I mean, at some point, you got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself and realize that you are part of the problem. If you're a fan booing your players at a home game, what is wrong with you? I mean, and that's the thing. I shout out to Nina. She wrote a nice little piece on Facebook. And, you know, I get it. Hey, bottom line, as a YouTube content creator, etc., she's right. We are all looking for clout, if you will. I shouldn't say I am. Not like that. Not like most, because you're not seeing me sell my soul. You're not going to see none of this nonsense that you see a lot going on with some of these guys, man. It's pretty entertaining. And in a good way for us, but not in a good way for them. They think they're being laughed with, and absolutely not. There's just a lot of people that really have no clue. It is what it is. But again, I mean, we have so much dysfunction. It's gotten so far to where it's amongst the fans, man. The fans are fighting amongst each other. You got content creators fighting amongst each other. You got players fighting amongst each other. Shout out to Max Crosby and your boy Devin White. I think that was them two. Or no, was that Illuminor? Them two going at it on the sideline in the middle at the 50-yard line on the bench. That was real classic. I mean, there's so much we got going on. Look, again, there's a lot. And like I said, I digress, but if you don't mind, go check out a video I just put out. It's entitled, I'm in my Michael Myers stance. If you saw the watch party against the Cowboys, you probably already know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of this, my Michael Myers stance thing. I am livid over this kid, and I'm going to explain it because everyone just assumes it's just constant hate. And right, we told you guys, shout out to my boys, man. Shout out to the Raiders Syndicate. That is Chris, Protect the Shield podcast. That is Cheeto Linus, right? That is Rundown, nephew. They all kind of my nephews, except for my brothers. They too old to be nephews. And then last but not least, the Severe Raider. Bro, from jump, we told everybody this was not going to be a good season. Nobody wanted to listen, man. Nobody. Everybody, oh, y'all are haters. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're 2-9. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? Let's check out what some of the chat has to say here, man. You know, hey, Spy Tech, meanwhile, saying pump the brakes. You're right. You're right. And yes, the hotels and casinos getting away with using the brand 100%. Yes, pigs. AP was very happy to see Standards get us. I mean, a lot of people were happy. I'm not going to say I was happy, and I'm going to be honest. Like, so that's another point I want to say. As much as I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan, even now more than ever, based on what they did to that kid, still didn't want to see him beat us. I didn't want to see him beat us. Not like this. A rookie that people are already saying is mid and fighting back and forth over, coming into our house and winning like that. Turf didn't want no parts of that. And I'm sitting there at the game, man. Turf wanted no parts of that. Shout out to Period in the building. TikTok. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Raiders might not win another game, man. I think you can remove one word and add NING, meaning the Raiders not winning another game, man, because we're not winning nothing at all. I can assure you, we're not winning nothing at all. Cuz you are so right. Jordan Robinson never trusted Geno. Now this dude is running around flipping people off like he's in the hood, talking about I get paid the big buck. I'm not, and then he's blocking all the content creators that were so buddy when this dog. This is so fake. All this stuff is. I'm glad I stay in my lane, ladies and gentlemen, because like I said, you're never going to see me get involved in some of this nonsense that you see, man. We got 5012 Keith in the building. Well, at least Shador got Chip Kelly fired. I'm indifferent. I'm not going to lie. I didn't care. I mean, clearly he wasn't doing his job being paid the highest coordinator on the planet. So, I mean, hey, good riddance, right? Good riddance. It is what it is. Thank you, Sack Time. I always forget to say this stuff because I'm just so used to talking to y'all and getting it in, man, and having these conversations. If you don't mind, hit that like button and them thumbs up. Hit them thumbs up. And last but not least, notification. Y'all know Turf has a whole lot of shows, and really, to be honest, it's probably time to start looking at our own stuff. What is this error submitting request? I don't know what that is on the bottom of my screen. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Now I see what that is. Anywho, let's get back to the business, man. Pigs, we are losing out on good football. 100%. Just another DJ. Chip Jelly got himself fired with their lack of rhythm in his play call. His play calling was absolutely atrocious. If that was his play calling, I mean, he deserved to get fired every which way till Sunday. Like, seriously, not even a little bit longer to wait. If he's been doing the play calling, something's got to give there. We got Brady in the building. Go Bears! I ain't gonna lie, I'd be ecstatic if I was a Bears fan. Y'all look good, man. Y'all look good. Just another DJ after the first 15 scripted plays. He just started calling plays like someone shaking him. It wasn't pretty, man. It was not pretty. It was not pretty at all. I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. Pigs. I feel horrible for Bowers and JPJ at this moment. Should be working towards a Hall of Fame career, and it feels like it's being derailed. Man, people come here to get the bag and leave. There's, right, Chip's walking out the door laughing like, who cares? He's going to go get another job. There's no way anybody's going to pin all of this on him. I don't think anybody's going to pin anything of this on him, to be honest. Just think about it, guys. I mean, he was stuck with Peter's son as his offensive line coach. He had no chance. He had no chance whatsoever. No chance. Sacktown Turf, did you know the fan that got that misconduct ticket was Hudgies? He posted a pic of him with it. I did not know who that was. I don't know what happened, man. And yes, it was direct face-to-face exchange as he was going into the locker room. That I did see. Bro, just embarrassing. Again, like I say, I mean, no class, no nothing. Just everybody from top to bottom. It was just not a good day last Sunday at all if you were a Raider fan. Shout out to my dog, 805. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as always, my dude. What's good, Turf? So, yeah, we're going to continue down this rabbit hole of nonsense. Again, if you have a chance, go check out my short labeled I'm in my Michael Myers stance, because I'm going to talk about that here in a second. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to figure that out. We got C Riders in the building. We're now seeing why DK hates Gino. Bro, I I don't understand what's going on with Gino. I really don't. I have no idea of what is going on with this kid. He is literally having the worst year of his life. I don't think there's a worse year, whether it be the Jets, Seattle, wherever else he's been. This has to be the worst. It has to be the worst. And if not, by God, he should have never been a quarterback on our side. It's so funny too because I'm hearing all of this noise and hoopla now that it was Tom Brady who preferred him over Sam Darnold. No one was big on Sam Darnold, but I didn't know anybody that wanted Gino. I mean, we all rallied behind it, and I think it's a mistake. It's no question about it now. All you have to do is look to see what's going on. And you realize, no, it's absolutely a mistake, 100%. No question in my mind. This has been a huge, huge mistake. It's mind-boggling what's going on with these decisions that's being made. It's the hardest thing to figure out. I mean, there is really no way to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It is no way to figure it out. We got Naman 161 in the building. Sorry about how you lost to a rookie. That throws so many interceptions, but you guys still lost. Sorry. He only threw one interception. And I actually don't believe that interception was his issue. I could be 100% wrong. I think it was a tip ball. I could be wrong, though, again. I told you guys, I didn't pay much attention to this. I hadn't been back to the stadium since the opener. So if you guys know, I like to holler at all of my people that work there. Your network is the strongest thing you can have, man. So it was good to see everybody. It was a great time from that respect, but the game absolutely stunk. And again, fans, no class. I'm talking about us. And that's the thing. I'm talking about us. Fans, no class. Players, no class. I mean, front office. You can say no class at this point because they're the ones allowing this. I mean, we are at an all-time low with the effery that's going on in the NFL. Man, you got dudes with calves punching dudes in the nuts. You got people spitting on people more now on a regular basis. Like, that's cool. It is out of control. It's out of control. And I don't know how much more I can take of it. I'll be honest with you guys. It's getting very, very hard. I will always do my Tuesday show. I will always talk about the game after the game, even when I don't want to, like today. It's just something we have to do as fans. Shout out to Nina. Been a fan forever. Always will be, man. Raider for life, man. Raider Nation for life till the day we die. That's the way it goes, but we got some serious inner problems. We've got some serious inner problems. Yeah, Spence, I'm not doing it. Not tonight. No crash outs tonight, Spence. Shout out to Title Town Sports Talk. That's my guy, man, Spence. The better half of Topher Spence on Thursday nights. Dead in the Water. I don't know, though. I think we're going to have to change the title of that show because there's only one of us that's dead in the water now. It's so hilarious, right? They're 9-2 and we're 2-9. It is so wild how the tables have turned and how very opposite we've gone. The Patriots get a head coach for the next 20 years. We got our next coach for the next 2 months. The Patriots in their draft, right? They needed everything, didn't they? My bad, 10-2. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. 10-2, right? So, they needed everything. Offensive line, defense, right? Secondary, wide receivers. They needed everything. What did they do for their first 2 picks? They only just got the best, if not second best lineman in the draft, first round. And then what they do, turn around, probably get definitely one of the top 3 running backs of the best running draft class of all time. And they go to 10-2 while we're at 9-2. Like that, it just goes to show you. When your front office ain't ish, your front office ain't ish. And it's just a part of what we're going to have to continue to deal with until something major happens, man. I don't know what it's going to take to scorch the earth and get this organization back on the right track, but something absolutely needs to happen. How soon that is, I can't tell you. I can't call it, man. I can't call it. It is what it is. I'm going to stay in my lane, though, and just report what I need to report. We're diving deep into it. I'm going to save my whole, I'm in my Michael Myers stance situation for the end of this show because I want to make sure I get as many people possible to discuss. Because I'm sure I'll get some hate. I'm sure I'll tell you one thing: if I was on Ashton Janty's list, I ain't there no more. I'm probably blocked. I'm pretty positive he didn't like what I had to say. Like I said, we're going to discuss it. Let's move on. Game flow and discipline. It was a terrible game, man. I really don't know what else to say. Absolute horrible game. I don't even think you can look at the stats, right? I'm going to show the best part of the game in terms of, where things were as far as, the defense is concerned. Because, they gave up 24 points to a rookie, but I don't think it helped at all that our defense was just absolutely atrocious. Our offense, 10 sacks. I want to say something along those lines. Do y'all really want to hear what happened here in terms of the Cleveland defense? They literally had, it was just, they had 10 sacks, guys. They had 10 sacks. How often do you get 10 sacks in a game? That is, I will never understand it. Myles Garrett wasn't even at the top, man. Carson Schwarzenegger, 11 total tackles. We're going to dig into our stuff. I'm going to put our stats up there for the embarrassment, There's so much that I should be discussing. So I'll start off with our thumbnails. You noticed our thumbnails? I'm going to start wearing all the old stuff. This is it. We don't deserve anything new. We don't deserve anything that looks good. We haven't earned any. You see the thumbnails. The thumbnails are going to be atrocious until this team turns it around. You'll be able to know how the team is doing based on Turf's thumbnails. They look like a 5th grader did it. Sorry, 5th graders. That's even rude. That's even rude for a 5th grader. This day and age, they probably have way more skill sets than what's pumping out right now in terms of. And I'm just mimicking the team. I'm mimicking everything around it. I am curious to hear how y'all feel about this whole fans thing, though. I see both sides of it, right? First and foremost, though, as a player, I'm going to see it differently. I don't know. I have a hard time. I understand that Hey, word on the street and conduct might mean exactly that. You have to follow code of conduct. You can't be flipping fans off, Gino. Right? You can't have much to say in that respect. You get paid handsomely. And you get paid handsomely to take that heckling and abuse. It's part of it. But where is the line drawn? When can a man start to defend himself? When can the disrespect be met back with disrespect? Is it really fair to say that, oh, players can't say a thing? We pay their salary. What kind of mess is that, really? Like, oh, the fans, we pay their salary. You just part of the game, blah, blah, blah. I can say what I want to you. Is that really how this goes? Because I'll be honest, that wasn't riding with me. Maybe that's why I didn't get to the league. Because I'm telling you right now, there's only going to be but so many SOBs and everything else that you're going to say to me before turf come at you. I'm sorry. I don't know no other way. Talk is cheap. I come from the school of Teddy Atlas. Be first, baby. Be first. And I don't know. There's only but so much disrespect, man. So much disrespect that one can take. And I wonder where y'all think that's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, because I think that is going too far across the board on both sides of the fence. I don't think players have the right to flip anybody off. I mean, you're better off yelling a few things. I don't have a problem with a few words, but flipping off gestures and vulgarity, again, it's part of the game, man. So what do you do with that? I don't know what you do with that. I know as a player, there's only but so much, especially if I'm losing like this. Yeah, and that's the part. I mean, at some point, they're handing out tickets. I think that's the right thing to do, because somewhere along this line, it's gonna go sideways. We are dangerously back and forth before it goes off the rails, and I feel bad for whoever that is on both sides, because I think they're going to absolutely be made an example of, and I think it's coming this season. I think you will see a fan this season absolutely be set as an example for code of conduct, right? As well as a player. I think you will see, at minimum, a hefty fine. And I mean, you've already seen that. I believe Jamar Chase lost $500,000 for that spitting contest he had. But and again, seriously, what is up with this spitting thing? Like, when I was growing up, that never happened. I mean, you could beat somebody to a pulp. Nobody's spitting on anybody. Where is this coming from? Like, seriously, and in sports, college, I mean, there's a lot of nonsense and bull jive, as your boy say. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, but there's a whole lot of bull jive going on under that pile. I wholeheartedly agree, but it's not where it is today. It's not where it is today at all. This is getting out of hand. I don't understand. You got dudes grabbing. It's unbelievable what's going on nowadays in the world of football, and I'm just not understanding. Just not understanding. I digress. So look, Cleveland's defense, great. Everybody cashed out. 88 total tackles, 13 tackles for losses, 20 quarterback hits, 5 pass deflections. Yeah. Hey, the radical OCGBO, I can't pronounce that. If you go out there and play like Gino, you better expect to hear that you suck. See, I agree. I agree with that. Particularly with the amount of stinking it up he has been doing this year. I mean, I think he is far ahead of everybody else in interceptions. I don't think there's even anyone close, right? He's definitely in double digits. So yeah, I am right with you. Spence says, bro, through draft, supplement with free agency. I agree, man. C. Ryder says, trade back the 6th pick to Philly for Mailata and a second rounder or early third. I like any of those things. I'm absolutely trading back this year because I don't like any of the quarterbacks. Not as a franchise quarterback and spending a number 1 draft pick. I mean, you see what we just did in terms of drafting Ashton Janty at number 6 with no offensive line, with no wide receivers, with no quarterback, with no secondary. The list goes on and on and on. You know, we had Will Johnson. Go look up Will Johnson's numbers for a rookie this year. He might be leading all cornerbacks, period. At least he was early in the season. I'm curious. You know, he is on the Cardinals, so. But it's just talking about dropping the ball, pun intended. Yes, everybody dropped the ball in this draft, and Peter got his wish. He got what he wanted, and it didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and it's still not making any sense. And we're going to talk about it. Like I say, I'm saving that good last 15 minutes to talk specifically about I'm in my Michael Myers stance because it's eating me alive. It's eating me alive. I was talking to one of my guys today. Shout out to my fullback, Juco, Big Dre. How about them Bobcats, ladies and gentlemen, by the way? If you didn't know, over the weekend, the Bobcats went into Missoula and stomped up on them Grizzlies. We ate at some Grizzly steaks. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day this weekend on Saturday. Shout out to all the alumni that went to the Parkway Tavern, Flamingo, in Las Vegas. It was a hell of a time. The turnout was amazing. And we won. So, yeah. I lost my train of thought now. I got so excited. I completely forgot where I was at with this in terms of what we were discussing. Yeah, I digress. But I want to move into our defense right now. You know, we're almost 10 minutes into the full hour. I want to move into the defense right now. So let me get this situated here. Let me see how I can figure this out. There we go. Let's move this over to here. Yeah. Now we gonna share. We're sharing that defense. This is so bad. It's so bad, guys. I don't know what to tell y'all. It's just bad. It's just bad. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to make it so y'all can see it better. Right? Here we go. Turfing his technology. Why does it do that? There we go. Ooh, just a little bit. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. All right, so check it out. Is anybody shocked that Max being the guy here? I'm not shocked at all because Max is all we got, ladies and gentlemen. It's there's nothing else behind it. So total tackles, right? 8, 5 solo, no sacks for Max against the sack machine himself. Yep. No sacks for the best player on our squad, period, across the board. 5 tackles for loss, though. That's pretty dope. That's a pretty big situation right there. 5 tackles for loss is a good thing. Devin White, right? He's stepping it up. You can't be mad at Devin White. Devin White's been playing ball, man. He's actually turned it around. I believe he's been doing very well considering. I mean, I don't know what more, right? You want from a guy of his age, his stature. I think you're getting what you're going to get out of that. And I like the production. It's not going to do much for us this year, but, total of 6 tackles, right? I mean, now your safety is coming up. At least it's the strong one. At least it's the strong safety. You know what I'm saying? With 6 tackles, 3 for loss. Or no, that's just 3 solo tackles, excuse me. And that's pretty much what you're working with. There is a pass deflection column here that I'm not showing. And guess what? Because there's nobody deflecting any passes. Charles Snowden the third. Only one with a pass deflection. They totally, you know what I'm saying? Just didn't even bother. They didn't even bother, man. Shout out to Reese Rock in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. I hope you enjoy the show. Tyree Wilson is doing his best John Cena appearance. Peekaboo. Right, man. Don't get me started. Oh, boy. It's hard to not crash out right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's very hard to not crash out, if you know what I'm saying. Looking at these stats is just sickening to your stomach, right? I mean, at least all the right guys are getting tackles, right? At least that's the situation. Because, right behind Jeremy Ching, your strong safety, which means he's feeling pretty well, right? You got Elandon Roberts, who just so happened to be the one bickering with your boy Max Crosby. That leadership shining through, guys. Great job. Yeah. You got Tommy Eichenberg in the building with 3 tackles, 2 solo. Where you at, Severe? Your boy is getting some burn. It is what it is, guys. I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it no more. We done with stats. We done with talking about any of that. Yeah, I'm done. It's so annoying. Oh, man. I mean, where do you go from here? Where do you go from here, man? Our quarterback is absolutely terrible. I'd like to know who our backup is behind Aiden O'Connell. Shout out to AOC. By the way, I have his helmet right here. It's still for sale. It's still for sale for a good price too. So for all you AOC fans that think he has a shot, yeah, yep. Let's look at it, man. Let's look at it. We got John Leon with a nice Trey Crosby for some picks. He will not turn this team around. We need young talent at this point. Max is the missing piece to a team that's almost there. We are far from that. We are so far from that, dude. I agree. And that's why this is where, I mean, and there's a way to be loyal, right? There's a way to be loyal. There's a way to be loyal and leave this team. I'm just gonna put it that way. Lots of them do it. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Mr. Raider himself did it, and he's still most beloved. if not the most beloved Raider of all time, Marcus Allen. He went and played for literally the arch nemesis. That man gets nothing but rose petals in a lane as wide as the Red Sea, as anything else he wants when it comes to him stepping into that stadium. Nothing but the utmost respect for Mark and everybody else. So it is what it is, man. I really would have hoped for him to go. I thought it was perfect for him to go to Detroit. Go back to Michigan, homeboy. They were ready. Man, could you have imagined Mr. Glenn with Max Crosby and Hutchinson? Bro, they totally missed the boat on that. I would have given us everything in the kitchen sink. I don't think there's a possibility of them not winning the Super Bowl with Max and Hutchinson. I mean, you already got a Meek Robertson over there that's been kicking up some dust in a good way. So he's got a friend, and he's back home outside of, that Dallas thing. I thought that was another huge possible opportunity. Dallas had a lot of picks, so, and they were willing to wheel and deal. They had a lot of picks. They were willing to wheel and deal, and that didn't happen. Didn't go through. That didn't work. So John Leon says, I want to see Cam Miller. I thought Cam Miller was gone. I thought they cut him. Is he on the practice squad? Because he's obviously going to be behind Mr. AOC. You know what I'm saying? So that would be interesting, though. Although he definitely was not ready. Not even close. Not even close. So, we got TikTok. Let me make sure TikTok keep rolling. The TikTok folks. Man, we got Dart, G-Force, Bamsman, BMFS, Mark Giuliano, Samba, Jordan Boatwright, 23, James in the building from TikTok. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Chase, CHW. Opinion on the Falcons. That's actually a great question because I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Kirk Cousins, but I think Kirk Cousins does work. I think his numbers speak for themselves. I get clowned about that all the time in terms of bringing him up as a quarterback. But the reality is Kirk Cousins is top 15 of all time, statistically. Clown me, call me whatever you want, but Kirk Cousins can get it done. And as you can see, as the underdog going into New Orleans, he got it done, man. He got it done. So, I'm going to be honest with you, Chase. I never liked Penix exactly for the reason of what you're dealing with right now. That dude was a walking accident to begin with. What? Double shoulder surgery, knee surgery, double knee surgery, completely blown out knee. I mean, I don't think he ever played a full season. I never, ever liked Penix. Don't get me wrong. Penix might end up being the guy. He might be the real deal. Best thing since sliced bread. You got to hold on to that. You know what I mean? You got to wait. You got to wait and see. We got Reese Rock, man. Get banged. Pair of strength with the strength. The Texans are building around Anderson and gave him D. Hunter. Watts and Garrett have DTS. Denver added linebackers and safeties to pair with cornerbacks and linebackers. I'm with you with that one, Reese. I'm with you with that. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. Building around Max heavy, I wouldn't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Or have a superstar for Bowers. Or build for a top 5 O-lineman for Janty. Even the Cardinals have an identity. They have defense. I agree. I agree, man. I could not agree with you more. Now, Chase, I don't agree with this. I actually like Raheem. I like him. I would trade Pitts. You want to trade Bijan? Bijan is like a top 3 running back in the NFL, dog. What? Bijan? I can't co-sign on that one. And Drake? I don't know what. You're bugging, Chase. That's what I'm gonna tell you. As a Falcons fan, you are absolutely bugging wanting to go to the. You want to go to the back of the line for what? Why you want to go to the back of the line? Raheem ain't your problem, man. Raheem is not your problem. You need a lot of pieces. Don't get me wrong. Y'all are coming up. Y'all are way closer than we are. Oh, okay. Now I was about to say, yeah, they are like that. It's like, man, Chase, you over there tripping, man. Now you absolutely got to keep them too. You got to keep all of what you just said, in my opinion, except for Pitts. I would trade Pitts too. He's never worked out. Pitts never worked out. Never ever worked out for you. So, yeah, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you for getting rid of him. Yeah. Yeah, so, we are over the hour, man. So I'm going to use the rest of this time to talk about what I wanted to talk about. Yep. Yeah, right? Give us Janty for Bijan all day, every day, and we'll give you Thornton and Betch for Drake all day. Bro, Reese, you are 100% right, bro. I would take that in a heartbeat. It's a perfect segue, man. It's a perfect segue to go into what I want to talk about. Because, again, if you haven't watched the video, go watch it. If you haven't watched my short, I released it around 2 o'clock today, Central Standard Time, 2:30, somewhere around that time. The title of it is I'm in my Michael Myers stance. I went off. I'm just going to tell y'all, I went off. And now I want to explain it. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to clip this, right? End of the night, we'll have a whole fresh week of this show. But I want to really put an emphasis on why I'm saying what I'm saying. I never wanted Janty at 6. And it's not because he's not good. I'm not saying the kid is not good. But what I am noticing now more than ever, his head is so big. It's, I don't know. He might be the most entitled rookie that the Raiders have ever seen in a lifetime. And I blame Peter. I blame Peter Carroll for this. Peter Carroll is the number one reason why this kid got drafted at 6 when we weren't ready. We have no quarterback. We have no number one wide receiver. We have no offensive line. We have no secondary. I mean, the list goes on and on. We don't have much. And you go and get something that, in my opinion, is a new shiny object that isn't even that shiny. He's not even in the top 5 for his draft class. Prove me wrong. Like, I'm talking production specifically, because that's how we measure over here. We measure results, productivity. And I'll tell you where it started for me. It started for me when this kid started complaining about not getting the ball. And the fact that he wants and needs more touches. You are a rookie, bro. You're a rookie. Not only that, you're coming from the Mountain West Conference. It's the worst conference in Division I football. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me I'm lying. The Mountain West is the worst. I mean, there's only two other conferences that come to mind that even, scratch the surface in terms of the worst. That's Conference USA, right? Is that conference even around still? And then you got that other conference, right? The Sun Belt. But guess what? The Sun Belt is like in the South. They get all the leftovers from Florida, Georgia, Texas. So are they really going to be worse than the Mountain West? The Mountain West. The Mountain West. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Chase. Dude, and Peter is to blame for this. I mean, you don't even need a timeline. And this is why I'm so mad at this young man, because he should know better. I got a question for y'all. When's the last time you saw a running back great? A running back great, as a rookie, have to say anything? Since when has a great running back in the NFL had to say anything about his play? It's never happened. All the greats find a way. They don't care if they don't have an offensive line. They don't care if they don't have receivers. They don't care if they don't have a quarterback. They're going to find a way to ball out. Period. You will see flashes. You will see everything by week 3. And here we are with this entitled SOB on the sideline crying about touches and what he needs. And who are you, dude? You are a rookie from the Mountain West. I get it. Your daddy Peter decided to draft you with nothing behind it, and we're all suffering because of it, including you, because you are not special. You need to hear this, bro. This is just prove me wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm not the only one saying this stuff, guys. Prove me wrong. You're not special, bro. You're not Bijan. Dude, you're not Judkins. You're not Henderson. And you out there acting like you Emmitt Smith. Like you at the top of the list. You the top of the food chain. You ain't done nothing in the league yet. So here it is. You're crying about your stance. That's where this all comes from. I'm in my Michael Myers. I'm in my Michael Myers stance. Hey, coach. Hey, guys, come on. I'm in my Michael Myers stance. I'm ready to go. That no one cares about this stuff, man. This is why it had to be put on blast. You should be out there working, man. Nobody cares about your entitlement stuff. Nobody cares about how you want to do things. It's the NFL, man. This is the big leagues. Leave all that stuff behind, man. I'm sorry. You are absolutely the reason we got a safety, in my opinion. You get in the proper stance in the goal line, mind you, and get your head down. You know you don't have an offensive line. Again, running backs worth their weight don't need anything. They find ways, man. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not making this stuff up. I think you're wrong, Chase. I think you're gruesomely wrong. He has nowhere close to the speed of either of those two. Just that in itself. Judkins just is a bigger, harder runner. And Henderson is a home run hitter and does everything. His problem he's been dealing with, Mr. Daniels, or McDaniels, whatever his name is. I can't stand that guy. But anyways, long story short, clearly he's balling now. He's balling now. No question at all in terms of Henderson. So they just need to figure out how to work with him. Judkins is going to be a monster. Judkins is also going to be a monster. Absolute monster. So, yeah. There are a few guys, man. There are guys that weren't even drafted that are better running backs statistically right now. I'm not going to get all into that, but I want this kid to hear because I want him to see my side. Just think about those guys, right? I was talking to my dog today, and I made a funny comment. We would have gave left arm, right arm, a kidney, who knows what else, to just be out on that field competing with the best of the best, trying to show not only we belong, we are that dude, and this dude is out there crying, I want my Michael Myers stance. They want to get back to my stance. Like, it's doing nothing. Your stance is doing nothing, buddy. It's gotten you nowhere. They've given in to all of your little entitlement games. They've done all they could to get a spark out of you. And that's my point. Special running backs just do that. They just do that. They don't need this stuff. And that's where I want somebody to tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I really don't know what else to say. Let's see what the radical Osaji Bojabi says. I'm not one to beat a dead horse in the ground. We all know what Janty is, so let's just get the team right to get the most out of them. I couldn't agree with you more, but the reason I beat a dead horse is it's my position. It's what I had love for the game the most, all those good things. And it makes me sick to see a rookie like this wasted. Because you're right. Get the pieces around him, but we got to get his mind right around him. Otherwise, with those pieces, it doesn't matter. And the truth honestly is, the reality probably is he's Kevin Samuels anyways. Yes, I've coined it. Kevin Samuels equals average at best. For the people that know, they know. He's average at best with the pieces around him. Considering these other running backs that are home run hit, Ashton Janty's not breaking the 80-yarder unless it's literally zero coverage, right? And there's one safety, and that safety comes up and he somehow trips. That's how he'll hit an 80-yarder. He doesn't have that type of speed. He's just not that fast. He's never going to ever come remotely close to a Judkins, or I'm not even going to mention Henderson. I mean, Henderson runs a 4.2, 4.3 40, man. Judkins is a low 4.4. Janty is lucky if he's running a 4.5. And I want y'all to know that 10th of a second absolutely matters. 100%. I have never, ever portrayed myself to be a Blazer in any way, shape, or form, and I ran a 4.5. Nowhere close to any of the running backs that were Blazers. Not even close. So, oh man, I'm just so upset, and I want this kid to see it because I feel like he's already blown over this whole first half of the year. He's just pissed it off, man. And the reality is, you had everything. All you had to do is just go to work, bro. Put your head down and work, man. Put your head down and work. You out here dropping balls. It's all this complaining and crying and entitlement. And you don't want to see it for that. All these other guys, man, they out there trying to get it. Regardless of where they got picked, what they doing. They trying to get it, man. And here you are crying and complaining about my Michael Myers stance. It's absolutely sickening, bro. You were picked number 6. Number 6. It's so disheartening. Shout out to 805. I heard someone made the best comparison for Janty. Doug Martin. That's not bad. But in all honesty, Doug Martin might have a better career. And I'm not saying that to be a hater. Hey, look, Janty can hate me. I hope he becomes the best running back the Raiders have ever seen of all time. Maybe this is my Michael Jordan moment for the Raiders, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see it because even Michael Jordan, everybody saw that special. Day one. And that's all I'm trying to get. That's where I'm trying to get with this. Does anybody see the special? See, you can't bring this Mountain West NCAA college nonsense up. I don't want to talk about that. That's the Mountain West. You can talk about the FCS if that's going to be the case. Now we getting in touchdown Tommy and Cam and those bushes and trenches. There's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Yeah, and he is doing horrible. He's absolutely doing horrible, Chase, as the number 6 pick in the draft at running back. He absolutely is doing horrible. He looks nothing like the better running backs of this draft class. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. He looks nothing like the best running backs in this draft class. All of them been showing flashes, even the ones that aren't on good teams, whatever the case may be, backing up somebody else. It's the top ones. I'm not talking about, and that's the thing. There's so many at the top. We're not even talking about the undrafted free agents that's balling. The kid from Washington. He's doing horrible in my opinion. And I think a lot of it has to do with, like I said in the video, that funky attitude that he's got. And I don't understand where it comes from. He should be one of the most humble dudes on the planet. You came from the Mountain West, Boise State. Shout out to Boise State. I'm not clowning Boise State. I'm not trying to act like Boise is some horrible spot. Everybody knows I wouldn't have made it to Montana State without my homie that graduated and played at Boise State. Shout out to my guy, Dre. But the facts are the facts. I played in the FCS. You will never hear me acting like the FCS is about to have a generational talent. I'm never going to say that out of the FCS. Generational talent? Yeah. I don't know, man. So Chase, you tell me then, what other running backs with not even remotely the same amount of touches, etc. You tell me. You tell me. Because I can assure you there are a lot more. And some of them are in worse situation, in my opinion. Some of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say, man. You guys are gonna see it. That's the thing. I don't think people act like I'm the only one saying he's not a special run. We drafted a running back at 6 in the biggest, best running back draft class of all time. Chase, you gotta see this. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. You have a running back that is light years ahead of Janty. I don't think he will be able to carry Bijan's jockstrap. Not even. You kidding me? You don't see the difference between Bijan and Ashton Janty, bro? You didn't see that? I'm not saying he's trash. I agree. He's a good running back. See? Where did I say he was trash? I never, ever said the kid was trash. I said he's average at best. Average at best right now. Right now, he's average at best. He's Kevin Samuels. With the pieces around him, with a good line, right? Maybe a number 1 wide receiver. We might be able to see a little bit above average. But that's my whole point. He's going to need those pieces around him. You name a running back that's considered a Hall of Famer special running back that needed anything. Are you seeing where I'm coming from? And if he didn't act entitled, I wouldn't have no problem, man. I wouldn't even be talking about him. You don't see me talking about the other rookies that ain't doing jack, and they worse than him. I still can't believe we drafted Besh at 258. I still can't believe we drafted Besh in round 2 at 58. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. And that's what I'm trying to say, man. And that's what I'm trying to say. You gotta see what I'm saying, guys. Like, there's a huge difference between a special running back and just a good or decent running back. And y'all all have been tricked into believing that this kid is special, and he's not. And he needs to hear this. In my opinion, maybe it'll snap him out of this funky attitude he has. I keep telling you. Because I see. I see it. I hate it. Man. It'd be one thing if he had a few years under his belt and actually did something. Maybe won the rookie rushing title, something. Give me something to hang my hat on as an accolade. It's something that he's done outside of the worst conference in NCAA history. We should have never drafted him. That's the whole point. We should have never drafted him. Ever. Not at 2, not at 6. We weren't ready for him at 6. I just told you, the Patriots, look what they did. They drafted a lineman. They drafted the kid from LSU. Yeah, he's out a few games, but he's doing a whole lot better for them than Janty is doing for us. And that's because Janty needed more than himself. That's the whole point. He's not special. That's the whole point. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, buddy. I'm telling you right now, Bijan is special, bro. Bijan don't need nothing over there. Bijan is doing work. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely got talent around him. And he's doing work. Yep, Chase, at this point, because he's definitely a better running back than Janty. You're going to try to argue to me that Josh Jacobs isn't a better running back than Ashton Janty? I don't think he'd ever do that. Yeah, I don't think he'd ever do that. We got my dog Gunsmoke in the building. What's cracking, Gunsmoke? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah. Look, I'm trying to motivate this kid and get him out of this nonsense. He's a rookie from the Mountain West, Boise State. Get over yourself, dude. It's the NFL. It's the big boys. It's the big league. If you're special and was supposed to be drafted at 6, show us. Give us what we're looking for. I'm not talking about what's going to have you on the sideline come week 8, come week 12, running everybody. You're not running everybody over in the NFL, buddy, and lasting 5 seasons. It's not like, is that what you're looking at, Chase, in terms of Ashton Janty? Because I'm going to tell you right now, running over little cornerbacks is not going to get my vote. Running over these little dudes is not. It's not going to get me excited. All you're doing is putting wear and tear on your body. You need to learn how to run out of bounds, get down, all those good things. Preserve. This whole running people over. It's the NFL, man. It's the NFL. Yes. Nobody needs to talk about Geno. Geno is garbage. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Geno, I guess you can block me too. I don't even think we're friends, but I don't even care. Like, dude, you gotta admit you're playing like trash. There's no way around it, man. There's no way around it. No way around it. Gunsmoke. I'd have a funky attitude too if I got drafted by one of the worst teams in the NFL. I hear you, Gunsmoke, but I know you don't mean that. You don't believe it because you know just like I do, there's a million dudes behind him that would have given up 3 kids they don't even have yet in order to take his position and gladly have a not funky attitude. Gladly have a not funky attitude. Not dropping balls. Causing interceptions. Fumbling. Getting tackled by the first guy every time. You always trying to run somebody else. Do y'all not see? Oh my God. I don't know, man. Look, I'm seeing this kid just like we saw the season. And that's how I'm going to put it to y'all. I'm going to put it to y'all like that. Remember how everybody said we was about to have, everyone going to start drinking that Kool-Aid, once the offseason and, camp rolled around, everything started looking gravy, right? We're going to be good. The Raider Syndicate was telling y'all all along, 6-11 if you're lucky. And then after they started playing around with the offensive line, I went down to 5-13 or 5-12. My bad. And then after that first game, I went down to 4-13. I don't think we'll win another game. I don't think we'll win another game. Yeah. You know what, Chase? I have to agree with you. I have to. I think it's the system as well, and that's why we no longer have an offensive coordinator. Absolutely right, man. Yep. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. You know. I know it, Gunsmoke. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people didn't. Peter, man. This is all on. See, and that's the last. I'm leading off with that, and I'm getting out of here, man. The bottom line is this is all Peter's fault. This is all Peter's fault. You know, that's where all of this blame goes. 100%. Yep. It's all on Peter. I'm calling him that for a reason. I can't stand Peter right now. Look, he was a great coach. He had some great years. He's definitely going down as one of the best. But that ship has sailed, ladies and gentlemen. This man is no longer there. There's no way you can get me to believe that he hasn't had a lot of say in everything that goes on in that building, and it is absolute atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Yep, Reese Rock. Even with Janty at 6, we should have got 3 offensive linemen. We went 2s and 2 quarterbacks. Biggest mistake. And this stuff sets us back years. That's the other part I don't think people want to understand. Yeah. Reese, this is the last one, and I'm jumping up out of here. Rudin Media, JMD Media, Peter Media, Janty Media. We keep falling for the media hocus pocus, the okey doke, every time. Telesco getting Bowers, JPJ Glaze are the best things in the last 3 years. BPA was the plan. I'm not gonna lie, man. You hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head, man. You hit it right on the head. And we all knew it. Well, can't say we all knew it. A lot of us knew it. A lot of us knew it. And hey, we just gonna have to swallow that pill. I mean, at this point, we're another 3 to 5 years out, ladies and gentlemen, before we even sniffing the playoffs and it making any sense. Because even once we start sniffing the playoffs, it's not like it's gonna matter. You're still gonna need to build, man. Still gonna need to build. So if you haven't, go check out my video. I'm in my Michael Myers stance. Now you'll understand it. If you can't understand where the motivation is coming from, the entitlement, you know, because again, if he was playing sound, solid, no mistakes, bar none football, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But that's not what's happening, guys. I'm just trying to get you to see where turf is coming from when I put out outrageous clips like that, because there's something behind it. I'm not just doing this. You don't hear me picking on any of the other rookies. I don't see any of the other rookies acting entitled. I don't care where you were drafted. I don't care about you being drafted number 6. You can be drafted number 1. There's no. Since when does entitlement get you a gold jacket, guys? We're talking about people that are special. He's not special. He shouldn't have been drafted at 6. Not by us. Not by us. Yeah. You know what? This draft, Gunsmoke, I don't know if we got a single body. I don't know a single pick right now that was worth being drafted from SpyTech. It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good at all. I don't know what else to tell you from that respect. But that's where we at, man. That's where we at with it. And that's life, man. That's life as a Raider. Y'all gonna have to get used to it. We're gonna be here for a while, and yeah, just be prepared. Like I say, stop with this. We're just hating. I want people to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem. Yeah, this is. I'm telling you right now, man. This is a long road. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but this is another episode of the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Tomorrow night, we got the Knockout Canvas with Coach Angelo and your boy Professor T. Man, we got to talk about those fights over the weekend. Outrageous. And then last but not least, on Thursday, Dead in the Water with Turf and Spence. Who's playing Thursday night? I don't know who's playing Thursday night, but of course we will be watching the Thursday night game, man. It starts at 7:15 sharp. So, yeah. It's kind of fitting we're ending this at 9:32. Shout out to Marcus. Shout out to everybody who wear that Trey Deuce. Matter of fact, shout out to that Bobcat, Mr. Davis, wearing that Trey Deuce this weekend. You really showed out, man. I appreciate all of what you did to get those Bobcats that win. So, till next time, ladies and gentlemen, Turf is out. Peace.
You big